Taylor Sheridan's The Madison can finally tell a forgotten Yellowstone story after Kevin Costner's John Dutton died. The Madison, another upcoming series in Taylor Sheridan's Yellowstone universe, can follow up on a vital part of John Dutton's legacy. Yellowstone Season 5, Part 2 opens with John's death, answering the question about how Kevin Costner's Yellowstone exit would be explained in the show's final chapter. His death was allegedly self-inflicted, according to the readily available evidence at the scene. Still, thanks to Kayce Dutton's Luke Grimes' keen investigative skills, the news ultimately broke after Yellowstone Season 5, Episode 11, that someone else killed John. Kayce answers his and Beth's, Kelly Riley, questions by uncovering the true nature of John's death. Moreover, he preserves John's legacy. While John never wanted to be the governor of Montana, the falsified story of his death eclipsed his achievement, as Beth notes in Yellowstone Season 5. While owning the Yellowstone Dutton Ranch was ultimately John's true legacy, he was still Montana's governor. Likewise, while he was Beth and Kayce's father, John Dutton meant something to everyone else in Montana, and the Madison can tell that story. The Madison can explain what Montana is like after Governor John Dutton's death. The Madison will follow Michelle Pfeiffer as Stacy Clyburn, the head of the Clyburn family, seemingly departing from the Dutton family tree. Still, its status as a Yellowstone spinoff means the Madison's characters exist in the same universe as John Dutton. Therefore, John is the former governor of Montana in the Madison. Since the modern-day spinoff will pick up shortly after Yellowstone Season 5, the Clyburn family will emerge in a state that has recently lost its leader. The Madison could explain the state's climate after its governor's death, including what its citizens think of the clamor. Yellowstone Season 5, Part 2, focuses on how John's death affects his family. Kayce and Beth's journey in the fallout is what the final chapter is meant to be about, so it makes sense that Sheridan wouldn't deviate much from their story. Still, it would be interesting to see how John's constituents feel about his passing, especially after it was ruled a homicide. It feels essential to know whether the majority of the population mourned him or if John's actions, which caused Jamie, Wes Bentley, to impeach him, had tainted his standing. The Madison would be wrong to ignore John Dutton's death completely. Now, I don't think the Madison story needs to devote a lot of time to explaining how John Dutton's murder affects Montana's population, and I anticipate the spinoff will tell a story that exists independently. Still, I imagine that words about John's death, as the state's governor, could be exchanged between characters in passing, like when a main character visits a convenience store and sees something about John in the newspaper, prompting a simple yet informative conversation. It makes sense that the event would be big news around the state, especially as the investigation continues. Due to its controversial and developing nature, it doesn't make sense to ignore it completely, and the Madison would be wrong to do so. After Yellowstone Season 5's finale, the investigation into the murder is still underway. While major developments in John's case will probably be reserved for Beth and Rip's Cole Hauser Yellowstone spinoff, since Kayce Dutton's spinoff will be a CBS procedural, the Madison has a neat opportunity to fill in details the flagship lacked the time to explore. Plus, I assume Pfeiffer's Stacy Clyburn would have thoughts about the news upon moving to the state.